All right, let's talk about something that's a huge part of our work, the family team meeting. The FTM. Now, it's really easy to just see this as another appointment to get through, right? Another box to check. But we're going to flip that script. We're going to look at the FTM as what it really is, a powerful stage for advocacy, a crucial moment for coaching families, and our chance to show what true professionalism looks like.
So this whole conversation is about a big shift in our thinking. It's about moving the FTM from this thing we have to do, this compliance task, to a place where the real magic happens. This is where you get to actively coach families. This is where you advocate for them. And this is where you build some serious trust with everyone on the team. Honestly, it's where you prove just how valuable your work really is. This quote right here, it gets straight to the point. Every single email you send to get that meeting on the calendar, every minute you spend preparing with a parent, that's not just busy work. It is the work. That is advocacy in action. You are literally setting the stage for a family to be properly seen, heard, and supported. I want you to think about your role like this. You're a bridge. So often we step into situations that feel chaotic, unstable. But through your structure, your consistency, and how you prepare for something like an FTM, you're modeling a totally different way of being. You become the connection, the bridge, between a family's reality right now and the future they can build. A future built on the very skills you're showing them every day. Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. The most powerful advocacy, believe it or not, happens before the meeting even begins. This part is all about turning your prep time into a real hands-on coaching session, one that empowers parents to find their voice and, just as importantly, to use it. Now, this is a really important distinction. Our instinct can be to jump in and be the hero to fix things, but that just creates dependency, right? So instead, we need to have a coaching mindset. We're not doing for, we're guiding. We're not rescuing, we're teaching them how to do it themselves. And that's what builds real ownership and skills that are actually going to last. And look, that kind of coaching, it doesn't just happen. It happens by design. This timeline shows that prep isn't some last-minute thing we scramble to do. Nope. It starts a full week out. And by doing that, you are directly modeling planning and executive function skills for the parent. You're giving them the time and space they need to actually think, to get their thoughts together, which, in turn, makes them less anxious and way more confident heading into the meeting. So what does one of these coaching sessions actually look like? Well, it's a structured conversation. You always start with the positive, right? Reviewing their growth. You ground the conversation in the official tools, like the START packet assessment, and then you make that crucial connection between what they're doing every day and those big picture DHHS goals. It shows them that all their hard work is actually moving the needle. The FTM template is basically your playbook for this conversation. It's a simple 5-step guide to make sure your review is solid and professional. But here's the key. When you use this framework with the parent, you're not just getting info for yourself. You're teaching them how to look at their own progress in a clear, logical way. You're modeling how to organize your thoughts by goals, use that teach, see, support model, and back up what you're saying with actual concrete data. Okay, so you've done all the prep with the family. Now it's game day. The meeting itself, how you show up, the words you choose, and the way you present information, all of it has a direct impact on how much the family and the professional team trust your expertise. In today's world of virtual everything, these points are they're non-negotiable. Finding a quiet space, making sure your tech works, and protecting confidentiality, that's not just about looking professional. It's about respecting the entire process, and most importantly, protecting the family's privacy. And I have to say it again. Children should never, ever be present for these adult conversations. Okay, listen up, because this might be one of the most important slides we look at. Your credibility is built with the words you choose. We have to avoid saying I feel or I think. Why? Because those are opinions. Instead, we use factual, observable language. The parent demonstrated, or the home was observed to be. This kind of language builds incredible trust and helps the team make decisions based on evidence, not on emotion. Please, never forget how powerful your perspective is. You are the only person on that team who sees the family in their real, day-to-day life. You're the one who sees the small wins and the daily struggles that nobody else does. So when you use your professional, fact-based voice to share what you've seen, you're painting a picture that is absolutely invaluable. Let's switch gears a little and talk about the admin side of things. Billing, documentation.
I know, it's not the most exciting part, but it's not just about compliance. It's really about something we call stewardship. It's about how we honor the time, the trust, and the resources that are given to us and to the families we're working with.
This is a perfect example of what stewardship looks like in real life. There's a very specific, required way to bill for FTMs. We always bill to OHFS first. Why? Because that protects the family's very limited parenting time hours. By managing these resources smartly, we're making sure we save those hours for what really matters most, time for the parents and kids to be together. That right there is a real, tangible act of advocacy. So what is stewardship? It's a conscious choice. Every hour you bill, every document you turn in, it's making a statement. It's saying that we are reliable, that we strive for excellence, and that we deeply honor the trust that's been placed in us, both by the families and by the system that funds this important work. And the last piece of this stewardship puzzle is getting your review submitted correctly. This simple 4-step process isn't just a rule for the sake of having a rule. It is your final act of accountability. It makes sure your professional insights get shared, get archived, and become a part of the official record. It closes the loop on all of your hard work. So, we've gone through the what and the how. Let's wrap things up by focusing on the most important part of all, the why. All of these things, the preparation, the professionalism, the stewardship, it all comes back to the incredible impact that you have every single day. This is so important to get. When you show up prepared, when you communicate clearly, when you follow through and submit your documents on time, you're doing so much more than your job. You are a living, breathing demonstration of the exact executive functioning skills you're trying to teach. You are modeling what stability looks like in real time. And when you do all of this, you're not just representing yourself. You are representing the very heart of Guardian Light Family Services. Your consistency, that's our integrity. Your professional, fact-based voice, that's our compassion. And your commitment to this whole process, well, that's an act of hope. It shows everyone you truly believe that families can and do get stronger. Let's end with this one powerful thought. This work, it is not about filling hours on a timesheet. It is about all the small, consistent professional actions that, piece by piece, help shape a brand new future for a family. Every single prepared FTM is another brick in that new foundation. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. As you get ready for your next family team meeting, I want you to think beyond just the updates you have to give. Ask yourself this: what is one intentional coaching opportunity I can create? What is one moment where I can empower a parent to try out a new skill? And in doing that, help them pick up the pen and start rewriting their own family story.